Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a Red Eyes Zombie Dragon deck profile. Now this deck took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take to actually build this. I actually playtested a lot of this deck, and it's actually pretty consistent on summoning Red Eyes Zombie Dragon. But let's get straight on this, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and I am going to get straight onto this. So I will say this before we start. I think it's really cool that we have Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, and then we also have Red Eyes Black Dragon as a deck. And I tried to fuse them both together, and playing the vanilla Red Eyes did not work in here very well. But playing the Zombie Dragon is actually works pretty well. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon. I will say that sometimes it is a little bit bricky to play 3. You could probably get away with playing 2, but it has such good effects that I like playing it at 3. You can tribute this card in face of attack position by tributing 1 zombie type monster instead of, a bunch of other stuff. And then when this card destroys a monster or zombie monster by battle and sends it to the grave, you can special summon that monster to your side of the field. That's really good because, it's really easy to get it to go off because, you just have Zombie World on the field, get it on the field, and then swing at your opponent with this, and it just instantly gives you a free monster, and Snatch steals their monster, which is amazingly good. Then I play 2 copies of Doom King. This is probably what I'm going to be playing in a lot of my decks. I'm just going to be playing 2. During your standby phase, if you have a field spell, if you have a field spell in your field spell zone, you can special summon Doom King from your graveyard, and then it has 2 quick effects. So you can apply one of these when once per chain when a zombie monster effect is activated. You can activate one of the following effects, but you can only activate one of them, or you can activate both of them, but you can only activate them each once per turn. You can either negate that effect or banish 1 card on the field or in the grave, which is pretty good. I played 2 copies of Necro World Banshee. If Zombie World is in the field spell zone, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and then neither player can target it with card effects. You can banish this card from your field or grave, activate 1 Zombie World directly from your hand or deck, which is really good, and I really like that about this card. I played 2 copies of Gozuki. Gozuki's effect is that during your main phase, you can send a zombie monster from your deck to the grave. And if this card is sent to the grave, you can banish 1 zombie from your grave, except itself, and then special summon a zombie from your hand. So it lets you special summon out Red Eyes Zombie Dragon fairly easily, and that's really nice because this deck is mainly focused on summoning this and Doom King. 3 copies of Mizuki. If it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, and it's basically Monster Reborn. That's the big thing about Mizuki. 3 copies of Shiranui Solitaire. You can tribute it to special summon out a zombie tuner monster from your deck with 0 defense. And our copy of Unizombie is going to be usually the things that we're going to be summoning off of this. And that's why we only play 2. Basically, Unizombie is that you can target a face-up monster on the field, discard a card, and if you do, increase its level by 1. Then you can target a face-up monster on the field that you control. Monster you control cannot attack except for zombies for the rest of the turn, which is not that big a deal because everything's going to be zombies in this deck. And then you can send a zombie monster from your deck to the grave, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1 again, which is pretty nice. Then I played 2 copies of Tatsu Necro. I initially did not think this card was going to be that good, but if its normal summon was going to be used for a synchro material, you can use a card in your hand and if you do, banish all the materials, which is fine. But we're usually going to summon out our Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon, and it's really easy to get this back on the field once it's summoned out from the extra deck. You just want to get it out from the extra deck, and then once it's out, it's game on. I play 3 copies of Glow Up Bloom. I would never not play 3 copies of Glow Up Bloom in a zombie deck now. It's just so good. It's really just that good. Basically, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard and add a zombie that's level 5 or higher from your deck to your hand. And if Zombie World is in the field spell zone, you can special summon that monster directly from the deck instead. Also, in either case, you can special summon. You can have special summon monsters except for zombies for the rest of the turn. Then I played 2 copies of the Blackstone of Legend. The reason I play 2 copies of Blackstone is because it can special summon out Red Eye Zombie Dragon directly from your deck, which is really nice. Basically, like, it counts as like a free Red Eye Zombie Dragon, and I love that about that because it plays in with the Red Eyes archetype, and it also plays in with this archetype as well, and that makes it just such a good card. And it can also shuffle itself, or you can add it back to your hand by shuffling a Red Eyes monster from your deck or from your graveyard back into the deck. So you can shuffle back into your deck the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon to make it live again, which is really, 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 really good. The next card that I play is, let's see, I play 1 copy of Fraulein. Vampire Fraulein is in this deck because it basically is a hand trap that lets you special summon itself when a monster declares an attack, and it can make your zombies get really, really big by just discarding itself. You special summon out in defense position, and then you can pay increments of 100 up to 3,000, and then make them gain that much attack. So that's why I play 1 copy of Fraulein. Fraulein, I love Fraulein because, you can make Red Eye Zombie Dragon get humongous, and then swing, steal their monster, even if it's a link monster, steal it, and then you have it. So it's like any level of, it's just nuts. It's just a really good card. But that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So overall, just a really fun deck. We don't play any traps in this deck, so we'll get straight on in this and go through them. So I play 1 copy of 1 for 1. You basically special summon a level 1 monster from your deck by sending a card from your hand to the grave. So there's so many pluses with this card. 1 copy of Dragon's Mirror. The reason we play this is for our Necro Nether Soul Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Just really easy to summon him off, and he's got so many different plays with him. Monster Reborn and Zombie Necronism. Necronism, if you control a level 5 or higher zombie monster, you can target 1 monster on your opponent controls and take control of it until the end phase of the turn. The reason I play this over Mind Control is because initially I thought that it wasn't going to be that great, but it is. You can steal something off your opponent's field and then reset it by shuffling 1 of your banished zombie monsters into the deck. So, if you banish Mizuki, you can put it back in the deck, normal summon out Shiranui Solitaire or Unizombie or Gozuki, and then send it back to the grave, and it renews your cards, which is why I like it. Foolish Burial because everything thrives in the grave. Super Poly because you can fuse your opponent's monsters into Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon, which is awesome. 2 copies of Book of Life. Book of Life is just really good because it's Monster Reborn, essentially. 2 Terraformings because Terraformings gets our Zombie World to our hand. 3 copies of Allure of Darkness. Allure of Darkness, you draw 2 cards, banish a dark monster. We have a lot of dark monsters in the deck, but you have to be very careful because we have Shiranui Solitaire and our Mizuki, which is not a dark monster, and Gozuki is not a dark. They're Earth. And then 3 copies of Zombie World. Zombie World is effective as all monsters on the field and in the grave become zombie monsters, and neither player can summon monsters except zombies. So if your opponent's not playing zombies and they're playing monarchs and you play this, they lose, which is great. But that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 2 copies of our Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. I played 2 copies of it because it's a Red Eyes deck. It's a Red Eyes Zombie Dragon deck, and it's really good. It gains 100 attack for each zombie monster on the field and in the grave, and then when another zombie monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can target 1 monster in either player's grave, zombie monster in either player's grave, and special summon it to your field. You can special summon 1 zombie monster from the grave, from either player's grave to your field, which is great. Shiranui Sun Saiga, Shiranui Shogun Saiga. I play 1 copy of it because it's just a level 8 zombie Beals of the Diabolic Dragon, really easy to get off, and it's crazy that you can reborn this because your opponent has to use so many resources just to get this off the field initially. Void Ogre Dragon, because I can sometimes get everything out of my hand and it's a free spell and trap negation. It wouldn't be a zombie deck without one Cyframe Lord Omega just to put our banished stuff back in the grave. For my one XYZ monster, I play Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Flare Metal Dragon is basically just a burn card at this point, but I wanted to have it in here because it's a Red Eyes deck. And it's really nice to be able to summon this. I play 2 copies of the Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Dragon Necro Nether Soul is just so good. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battle with this card, and when it attacks a monster, it reduces its attack to 0, and then you special summon a token onto your side of the field with that monster's stats. So, like, if I attack a 3,000 attack, well, not a 3,000 attack, because it would kill my Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Let's say I attacked like a 2,500 Dark Magician. Let's just give that for instance. They would lose 500 life points, and I would get to special summon a 2,400 or 2,500 attack point monster on my field, and then swing at their monster with that. So they would lose, in total, 3,000 life points. But with Zombie World, you can use, and Super Poly, you can use your opponent's monsters to summon this out, which is great. Then I play Boral Sword, Skull Dread, and Unicorn. Basically, this is for bouncing, this is for drawing, and this is for OTKing. 2 copies of Vampire Sucker. You're going to play this in every single zombie deck now. It takes 2 zombie monsters, and if you tribute summon a monster for a tribute summon, you can tribute a zombie monster your opponent controls, even though you do not control them. So, like, that's the really cool thing about Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, is it just requires me to tribute 1 zombie monster. So I can tribute my opponent's monster if I have Zombie World on the field in this. So then you can target 1 monster your opponent in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position, but it becomes a zombie. And if a zombie monster is special summoned from the grave, you get to draw a card. So you really want to get this on field as quickly as possible. And then for the final card, I play 1 copy of Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh is basically here for our Glow Bloom. You can normal summon out Glow Bloom if you have Zombie World on the field, send it to grave for Linkuriboh, and its effect will trigger to summon out a zombie from deck, which is great. So that's it, guys, for the deck profile. I hope you really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed taking this one. I really, since I saw the deck coming out, I was like, yep, that's the next deck. And I think with this, Red Eyes has every single summoning mechanic down. Like, they have a link, they have a, well, nope, they don't have a pendulum. They need to make a pendulum monster for Red Eyes. So, anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this deck profile down in the comments down below. Hit that bell so you can become a part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.